Y'all, all the stuff, doing stand up, for money, that shit don't hold water no more. It's not funny anymore. Okay. It used to be funny, but it ain't funny now. Guys, and to the man who's the world, have you ever heard Stone Love by the Supremes? With the world on his shoulders? No man has the world on his shoulders. Okay? No man. Period. Jesus, hell no. Why have you forsaken me? Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Just put your children on my shoulders. I'll carry them out of hell. Where does he say that, asshole? Okay? I can go through numerous times in the Gospels. Heal thyself. Okay? Every parable that man left you, okay, has nothing to say, well, if I am a deity here to be blood sacrificed to save you from being an asshole. And once it's done, there's no more work I have to do. You just have to accept me as your God and then land in a cloud kingdom in your head with me when you're dead. He doesn't say that. Okay? Everything you think you believe in, if you call yourself a Christian, when you die and stand before the Lord, God's omniscient and omnipotent. Why do you have to die to stand before the Lord, asshole? Okay? And why would you be concerned about what happens after you're dead with the Lord if it's a foregone conclusion, asshole? And to the man with the world on his shoulders. I don't have the world on my shoulders. And Jesus definitely doesn't have it on his. Okay? I was in there talking to Dad, and a man named Samson talked to me. And he said, Earl. He said, who made me, Lord, okay, Earl, Lord, He said, who made me, okay, the hero of the Bible or the biblical or the Torah or whatever stuff was not my fellow Hebrews, it was the Philistines, okay? I offered them the same faithful life that I shared with my Hebrew brethren. And they said, fuck you. I said, no, just plow the fields with me like my fellow brethren. Praise Jehovah and raise faithful children. And they said no. So they created the conditions for Samson. If the Philistines that day, okay, had not been a bunch of macho assholes from Scientology showing up in my bedroom with their cameras and their top scientists and their top cage fighters and their, I'd do anything and everything for my daughter. Somebody's got to go to jail for giving her opioids, right? Do you understand what the fuck I'm saying? Because I've been saying it for 15 fucking years. Shit, okay? You don't have a concept of what it's like to be studied and challenged by a bunch of insecure, selfish assholes your whole life. And then when you go to Cochise County, Arizona, you have a hitman for the mob say, hey, all the old money's down with you. This guy's for real. Okay? And then all the new money, all the new techs, all the Bill Gateses and sit there and say, no, we can get him to be a pervert. We can get him to go for it with the 12-year-old. We'll use Stephen Hawking to try to do it. Okay? We can get him to go for it. Everybody goes for it. Okay? And I told you guys and told you guys and told you guys, okay? I did not want the same thing happen to Natalie Michelle that happened to Amy Suzanne. She was pretty, she was sweet, she was fun. She could not be a wife. She had too much Howard Stern, too much Snoop Dogg, too much Eazy-E, too much Straight Outta Compton in her. She wanted to fit in and be cool. It's like, but they all, okay. Being fucked at a party by more than one person is not cool. Okay? Making out with guys and girls at parties, passing ice cubes through a cocktail is not cool. Okay? It is not cool to go to a party. She showed me a video of this when she hung out with James. Okay? She left letters about the apartment. Okay? That she wrote to Kelly in jail about. Okay? Do you understand? While she was worried about, she told me she was worried coming out that he was going to kill the baby again. Okay? And the letters she had with people in jail was basically that Kelly's not sure if it's Natty, if he's Natty's father, if it's cousin from Ohio, because they were doing Snoop Dogg. If you can't let your dog sleep with your girl, you're not a pimp. Okay? And my thing is do not be treated like a dog by a dog. Okay? You're married to a man now. She couldn't get it out of her. You can take the girl out the trailer park, but you can't take the trailer park out a girl. Bradenton, Florida came up and, she talked all that shit about Janice. And I'm like, Amy, you're just like Janice. And the way you act, you're just a snottier Janice who wants to be the top belly dancer at the officers club in Hawaii, right? Yes, that's a shot at Barbara. Yes, because Barbara won't tell the truth to save her life. And they act like their husbands and their children are a better man than me, and that's not so. Okay? You don't sit and watch a man stand up for what is right on social media for 15 years and not get up and do a damn thing to help him do the right thing. Okay, this is radically different than what happened with Jiddu Krishnamurti. This is radically different than what happened with Haile Selassie or D.T. Suzuki or Sun Yat-sen. Okay, this is the 20th and 21st century, guys. During the 20th century, from July 19 to 1966, they followed all the documents and then they scientifically studied the communications that say this is the guy who Jesus is talking to and is talking back to Jesus on a consistent basis. For a long time, I didn't, okay? After I told my sister and my brother-in-law in Deming, okay, I already know what Jesus did for me. I'm not going to ask what Jesus can do for me. I'm going to ask what I can do for Jesus Christ. After that, me and Jesus didn't talk very much, okay? I was 13 years old. After that, we did not talk much at all. I never put myself in a situation, Jesus, I need you to save us all. We about to get killed. Even that night when the guy came out with the gun, when we were cruising down Central, okay? And the guy came out with the gun, and I was getting ready to defuse the situation and come out of the car, and Brett is in a fetal position underneath the passenger seat beside me saying, we're going to die, we're going to die, we're going to die. And Darren is bouncing Bob's head off the steering wheel going, Bob, gun, go now, Bob, gun, go now, Bob, go. And I'm watching Bob's head bounce off the steering wheel and watching Brett and seeing Darren. I was like, most people, wouldn't you be worried that your friends are going to get murdered? I was like, we're all going to get murdered, but at least they gave me a good laugh before we got our heads blown off, right? So I'm laughing. The guy stands there at the gun and goes, these fuckers are crazy. They all get back in the cars and they drive away. You got all these people. That was, no. If that guy had a real gun, okay, because a girl years later worked with me in Sierra Vista, which she could have been an Army operative. And she said, no, they had a pellet gun and it was like this and stuff. That may have not been the case. What might have been the case, they might have had a real gun. Okay? They could smell the pheromones and were just looking for an excuse or whatever. If I had got out and came upon the situation, you think Tom Cruise is a badass? You think Jack Reacher and Jack Ryan are a badass? Okay? That guy's arm, I wouldn't be a stationary target. He was in close proximity to me. Shift, gun up in the air, snap, bam. Then it's like, you guys ready to die with this gun or you just want to all drive away? And then I would have really been, okay, more than just the parking lot guru. I was a legend everywhere I went. And I avoided the situations till they studied the situation in the parking lot at Food City in front of Natalie. And that son of a bitch sucker punched me because I was laying my groceries down because I didn't want my groceries for my kids to be damaged. And they both stopped and went, shit. And they smelt the pheromones and they realized this isn't going to be good for us if we continue this course of action. So they laughed, made fun of me, and told me I was on PCP. I was like, yeah, pissed off child protector. I'm on PCP, motherfucker. You bet your ass. And I'm still on PCP. And I'm going to be on PCP until further fucking notice. I'm pissed off child protector. You fucking assholes. Especially you assholes on the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock news tonight. Now, well, we'll set up this thing on TV to catch people that would prostitute their own children to pay for their drugs. Forgive dead and trespass and love one another in eternal faithful peace. Oh, Robbie Robot at fucking the Tesla Johnny Cab. So needs to kill your ass when it comes home from walking the dog. Washing the dog, huh? Beavis and Butthead. John Redcorn's going to teach you how to tie your shoes and ride your bike. Look, motherfucker, your wife needs a masseuse with magic hands. Just so happens I'm a masseuse with magic hands. Nah, I ain't trying to be like that. David didn't want to be like that either, okay? You live a faithful life. You stand up for the Lord's Prayer. Your wife is going to think your hands are magic when you put them on her. And every time she makes love with you, even if it's for 3 minutes, because your fellow vets tried to rot your balls off with Monsanto and Johnson & Johnson to give you these stupid-ass Venom cartoon things, these fantasy fuckball things that you guys are, you're disgusting, okay? You're disgusting. Your fantasies are vile. They're psychotic, okay? They're schizophrenic. Okay, I never read these Venom things. I got into Spider-Man. After a while, it leaves you. But you're more concerned about how Patrick's going to treat people and be treated. And, you know, like I try, Patrick and me always had that talk. He goes, if you get to raise these girls, you know, Natalie will be, you know, she's so pretty. And you raise her to be like Esther. And, you know, so she'll be such a beautiful wife for such a beautiful guy. I said, I know. I did a lot of work. The thing is, though, is nobody's anybody's wife right now. And nobody's anybody's husband. Because you're not living the Lord's Prayer. You're a bitch on TV setting up economic, dysfunctional, sexual conduct interactives. And you're trapped in Facebook and Twitter and whatever the Instagram, Pakistan, Pukalan, Chakating, Makatio, Texas, Smash, Pash, and eat some funky hash. You're fucked, okay? You're trapped in your hell. And the only way out is to accept the Lord's Prayer and live it. You don't keep anybody safe when you compromise them and compromise their privacy because you manipulate everybody with the technology and the money and saying you're in control. You're not in control of anything. You're a person pretending to be a caveman on a Guy commercial with a Modelo fighting spirit. You're a fucked up drunk asshole who fucks yourself in the head and uses your wife as your hand to masturbate and then trap your kids in the same hell. Okay? I'm going to go exercise and soak. Y'all get your shit together because I'm tired of having to come in here and clean it up. But I'll do it until further notice because I'm the only one that's capable.